Hi guys, welcome to the SetUpps Frisx Razor signal indicator video. If you've been following me, you noticed that I've created a few videos on the SetUpps Frisx 1 minute chart for the past 3 weeks, which has been doing well. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm getting used to that, putting the videos together. I started off doing a video every day, but that's taken a bit of a toll on me, so I have decided to present that weekly. Week one on that 1 minute chart was, I think, we're 210 pips in profit. And on the second week, we were 180, I think minus 180 down. And then the third week was break even. So I think we're about 69 pips up for the month so far, or for the past 3 weeks. But this indicator here, we've got the two, because that 1 minute chart, Frisx 1 minute, it's basically based for people that like to scalpers or intraday traders. The signals appears a bit more frequently than the 15 minutes chart. Whereas 15 minutes, Frisx 15 minutes, is actually for people that want to swing trade, or as you can see here, that's open and closed within 3 days. So it's for people that are sort of working full time, haven't got the time to sit behind the charts and sort of basically put a trade on and just leave it for the end of I don't know, for it to close. It's basically set to I've set it to a 1-to-1 risk reward because I've tested against that and they seem to be quite successful. So on the 1 minute chart, the Frisx 1 minute, it's set to a 20 pip stop loss, a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, 20 pip stop loss, 20 pips profit. And on the 15, it's set to a 1-to-1 as well, but 50 pips stop loss, you can see, and 50 pips TP. Sorry, TP and the other way around. So if it hits stop loss, then obviously you lose a 50p. If it goes hit TP, then you gain 50 pence. Sorry, 50 pence, 50 pips. Now, this is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes. So just so that you know, that's how I trade it, and this indicator is available, and my other indicators are available on Tradingview. Now, this signal was triggered after doing a recap on the month of April, so that, and then we can sort of start keeping that up moving forward. But this is the month of April, as you can see, April here. March was before, so this is March. We've had a few triggers. You can see March, it did quite well. In March, it took a trade, and one loss there. But anyway, that is March. So we're not doing March. We're going to start from the 1st of April. So starting from the 1st of April, we had a first trigger on the 2nd of April at about 6 a.m., 6:45 a.m. British summertime, and we had a hit TP. Oh, it didn't quite hit TP, but it was a profitable trade because when the signal comes, where how I trade is that when the signal comes, each to their own. But when the signal, I respect the signals. Now, again, just to go off track a bit, a lot of people are against signals. Now, if the signal is basically based on or built on a good strategy, then it only teaches you discipline. That's how I found it. That by using the signals, I don't trade when I want to trade. I only trade when the signal appears. In that case, it keeps me not over trading and also keeps me disciplined. So I respect my signals. Now, as you can see by the end of the video, you can tell whether it's a profitable trade signal or it's not. But I find it very profitable and I use it. So as I said, this would have been would have hit TP if you think about it. If it had gone to this here, it would have hit TP at this price or at this time. However, the signal came and I would have closed. So our call is 38 pips, 38.1 pips, and closed. Okay. Now, a sell signal was triggered about 8:45 on the Monday the 6th. However, so that took about that was from the second over the weekend, I think. Yep. So that triggered on the Monday morning, the 6th. However, that hits stop loss. Now, this is where trade management and risk management comes in. If you are a trader, you should know what risk management is in terms of, and it's the most important, I would say, if not one of the most important apart from psychology. If this trade here went into TP, not hit, almost hit TP, went 40 pips, right? 40 pips. into TP and turned around. Now, if you want to protect your capital, now sometimes I will trade that way. I would move my stop loss to break even. If I've made some trades already, had a profitable morning, I will personally move into profit. So let's assume that I took this trade and on one lot, which is about $10 a pip. That made me 380 pips, for example, 381 pips minus fees or whatever. The next sell trade signal appears. I take that sell trade. Now this trade has gone into profit of about 41 pips, right? 40 pips, 80% of the TP. Now, if you don't protect that account and that goes back against you and hits stop loss, you've lost $500. So it only makes sense to protect your capital and move your stop loss to break even and call it, Jermaine, that's smart trading. So in this case, that did not hit TP, but went against and hit stop loss. So that I'll call that a loss. Okay. So that's a loss. So we've had one win and one loss so far. So now we're in a negative. Now, based for the purpose of this video, I will stick to calling this a loss, right? But if I was trading it, I would not call this a loss because I know I got 40 pips out, almost 50 pips, and it went and hit stop loss. So anyway, for the purpose of the video, we'll call it a loss. Now, if we go on to the next signal, which was triggered about on the 13th of April at 7:45, that trade went and hit stop loss straight away. That hit stop loss. So I'll call it a loss. Then we had another trigger, a sell trigger on the 14th at 1:15. That then came almost straight into TP. So that was opened on the Tuesday and closed on the Thursday. So again, for people that work full time or haven't got the time to sit behind the screen, that is a great signal to use. Now, as said, you can watch my other videos to see my the signal on the 1 minute chart, and that is again for more scalpers and intraday traders. Now we had another signal again on the 17th of Friday, and again within a matter of about 1:45 to about 9, so about 6 hours that hit take profit, and that was a profitable one. So far nothing has happened for about a week or so. We have another trigger on Tuesday the 28th of April. That was a buy signal that triggered, almost went straight into profit and hit stop TP. That's 50 pips as well. So as you can see, April is done and there are no more signals for April. So there's a recap. I just give an idea of what's happening in May so far. Today is the 13th of May, 1:57. We've got 50 pips that was triggered. That took about 3 days when it hit stop loss TP. We had another one. So, and then we've had, I think we're minus at the moment, 1, and we're in a trade at the moment, currently at about 1, what time is it now? Yeah, 1:45 was a candle that popped up. So we don't know if it's going to hit stop loss or not, but we'll find it out. But again, I'll leave that for the May video. So just a recap on what I've done so far. If we work it out, you can see that that was 50 pips here. There's been 4 trades. There've been 4 signals. And the 4 signals, we can see that there was 50 pips here, 50 pips, 150 pips, minus 50, that's 100 pips, minus 50 again, that is 50 pips, plus 38, and that is 88.1 pips. So far for the month of April, we've had 88.1 pips in profit, obviously minus fees and that if you're trading swaps and all that stuff, but give or take, based on a 1 lot trade, we've made about $81 for the month of April. So 88 pips up, not bad. It's still profit. It's not a loss.